Hello everyone, I am Benita Story, also known as the Fiber Pusher. We have concluded the series 2 with the sun tea dies, which means that we now need to do the stovetop dies. So the first ones that I'm doing are the Canary Wood and the Yellowheart. Neither one of them did all that great in the sun tea method. They just didn't give a whole lot of color, and so I'm really hoping that we get more color and better color with the stovetop method. Now, I know the Canary Wood, I'm seriously thinking about just using water with it, although, I don't know. You know what? No, I'm going to do isopropyl alcohol with both the Canary Wood and the Yellowheart. The water didn't give any color at all, pretty much on either one of them, so it'd be silly trying to do a water one on those. But yeah, let's do isopropyl alcohol, and let's go get started and see how it works. Keep your fingers crossed we get some colors. Okay, so I've got the dye pot heating up, and this in here is going to be for the Yellowheart. Now, I didn't put a lot of water in here because I knew I was going to be adding these. So let's go ahead and get these added. And now let's go ahead and put this in. Now see, there is some color in here. But is it enough to actually dye the yarn? We'll find out. So let's let these get in there and heat up and do their thing, and we'll come back to that in a minute. So this one today is going to be the Canary Wood. So let's go ahead and get this going. Like the Yellowheart, I didn't add a lot of water in it yet. It's less than half full, knowing that I'm going to add the jars. So let's go ahead and get these added. It'd be lovely if I could get some nice peachy tones out of this. Look, there's no color in that at all. Oh well. And as you can see, there's definitely color in the bottom of the bowl. So we're going to pour that in, put that in there. Let me turn this so it gets all nice and wet. And then I'm going to bring them both up to a boil and then add the yarn. So we're starting to get boilage in our pot, so I'm going to go ahead and add the fiber. I've been adding fiber to the Canary Wood. So let's go ahead and finish it up. I've added almost everything so far. I'm trying to keep these untangled so that they stay sort of untangled in the pot. I'm hoping if they go in untangled, they'll stay untangled. Okay. Put these all down in there. And hopefully we'll start seeing some color on that one. Let's go over and do the Yellowheart. The Yellowheart is definitely boiling. So let's go ahead and add our fibers in here. These are so pretty. Alrighty, so we have silk with alum. We have wool with copper. We have linen with just aluminum acetate. I have wool with iron. I have wool with alum. I have silk with tin. I have linen with tannin and aluminum acetate. I have cotton with aluminum and acetate only. I have wool with tin. I have silk with iron. And last I have silk with copper. So let's push these all down in here. Put the lid back on and bring it back up to a boil. Well, these have been boiling for about an hour. And I wanted to give a check of them and everything, because depending on what the color is, I think I'm going to go ahead and just turn off the heat and let them start cooling. Because I have a couple more dye pots that I want to do today. So let's take a look at, now I've got the Yellowheart at a hard boil. Only because I'm just really not getting a lot of color out of here. I mean, alright, let's look at the wool. If anything's going to take the dye the best, it's probably going to be the wool. And the wool is pretty boring. Might have a slight peachy yellow cast to it, but I bet you 10 to 1 that washes out. So, silk, nothing. Linen and cotton, I mean, look at this. This is almost as white as it was when it went in. So, I'm going to say the Yellowheart is a bust. So, I'm definitely going to head and turn this one here off. But let's look at the Canary Wood now. Alright, let's take a look at our Canary Wood. Again, this has been cooking for a little over an hour. Maybe like an hour and 10 minutes. So, let's see what we've got here. This is looking way more promising. For instance, this is wool. Now, which wool is it? Okay, that's copper with the silk. Yeah, we've definitely got a color here. I'll be curious how much of it washes out. Looking to see if I can find some of the linen and cotton. There's some. There's some color on there, very little. I'll be curious to see how much that washes out. So I'm going to go ahead and let this cool. And we will take it out when it's cool and wash it, and we'll see what our results are once it's dry. So now that we've got the stovetop method of the dyes done for the Yellowheart and the Canary Wood, I want to show you what they look like from the stovetop. The Canary Wood was nice. I'll show you that here in a minute. The Yellowheart, if you remember on the sun teas, there was no color. It just was the palest yellow. I didn't even bring it out to show it to you because I'm going to end up over dyeing it. It was just almost non-existent color. So I wanted to show you what we got with the stovetop method. So let's go with the copper first. The copper is the only one that came out decent. It's a lovely, lovely olive green. And it's a pretty olive green. And remember, copper on the wool was like a seafoam green before it was dyed. So that was the more tinted color was a seafoam. Nice olive green, really pretty. But would I do this again just to get this green? No, because there's other ways I can get this green. So let's look at the rest of the wools. This is the silk, and this is the alum. Yes, there's color there, but it's just, I ended up not only putting in 100% weight of goods in the pot fresh, I ended up adding in the all the stuff from the sun teas. So all said and done, this probably had 150% weight of goods. It's just the palest color. Even on the fabric, it's just a pale color. And for as hard as I had to work to get these colors, there's other ways of getting yellow colors. So yeah, I don't think I would do the Yellowheart again. Again, it's just so pale, and I had to use so much of it. Like on the silk, it's a pretty color on the silk fabric, but again, there's other ways of getting this yellow. It's up to you. Me, I won't use the Yellowheart again. I consider this a successful experiment in a failed dye pot. Even like, well, okay, here's the linen, for example. Tannin aluminum acetate, aluminum acetate. There's no color on that. I mean, it's just as white as it was when I put it in the pot. Same way with this. Matter of fact, I'll be honest with you, this is about the color of the tannin aluminum acetate when it's ready to be mortoned. I just don't think there was any color on this at all. And on the cotton, same thing. It's pretty much the same colors as it came out of the Morton vats. So, yes, I got color on the silk. Yes, I got color on the wool. But it's such a little amount. It's not. I won't dye with the Yellowheart again. Like I said, it's a successful experiment because I learned about it. But to me, failed dye pot because it gave very, very little color for as much as it used. And it's really funny because Yellowheart is a very bright yellow wood. You'd think you'd get more color out of it. But no, not really. Like I said, I can get these colors easier elsewhere and not have to use so much dye. So let's go ahead now and talk about the canary wood. First, let me remind you what we got with the sun teas. This was the water on the canary wood. This is the Everclear, and this is the isopropyl alcohol. So I end up using the isopropyl alcohol in the pot because it's cheaper than Everclear. And I think it gave a slightly stronger color. So anyways, that's the sun tea method of the canary wood. Now, show you the ones that didn't do as well first. I did get a slight peachy pinky color. This is the aluminum acetate only. This is the tannin aluminum acetate, and this is linen. There is a slight color on here. It's a real slight peach, and this here is definitely peachy-er. Okay, it's not a whole heck of a lot different than what came out of the vats on both of them, but there is a slight peach color to them. And then there's the yarns. The cotton, I don't think did much of anything. I'm sorry, the white's just as white as it was when it went in the dye pot. And the tannin aluminum acetate might have a bit more of a peach color versus tan, but if it is, it's very slight. So I'm going to say that canary wood is probably not the best thing to use for cellulose fibers. Now let's look at the silk. Let me get the silks up here. Okay, this is on alum. Now it's a pretty color. This is a really nice peachy gold, peachy orangey gold. It's really pretty color. I like this color. I think this color is very pretty. So this is on the China silk, and this is on the, gosh, it's all wrinkled. And this is on the organza. Yes, I know I need to iron these. But aren't those, I think it's a pretty color. I really do. Let's see. That was at the alum. Copper, a little darker, a little bronzier. And then with the tin pretty much came out to be the same color as the alum. So, put these down here. Copper on the top, alum, then tin. So there's those colors. That's the silk. Let's look at the wools. Alright, let's start with the copper. Nice color. Really like this color. It's a really nice, almost what I would call dried mustard color, especially on the fabric. Isn't that really pretty? I like that. Then here's the alum. Again, a really nice peachy, it's just a peachy medium brown, but there's definitely peach tones to that. But get a load of the tin. Look at that fabric. Isn't that nice? That's just a good pumpkin color. And there it is with the yarn. So, tin, alum, copper. I like these colors. Yes, I will use canary wood again. It's really surprising because canary wood doesn't look like it has any color in it at all, really. But it really brought out some gorgeous browns. Peachy browns. Yeah, I mean, these two here just go together so well. And then yet these two to go together really well too. So they actually complement each other nicely. I like these a lot. So yes, I will definitely be doing canary wood on wool again. Silk, probably not. I mean, it's a nice color, but it's beige. Wool, definitely. Now, I wanted to show you how it came out on these. Now, this is one of them that was in the Sun Tea, and it went into the dye pot. So, with the canary wood, just to bring out more colors, I also put it in, all the stuff into the dye pots. And so, I've got a nice brown here. And then this one here just came out pretty pale. So, I will definitely be using this one here for another dye pot. No reason to waste these hankies, right? So, anyways, that's the conclusions for the Yellowheart and the Canary Wood. The Yellowheart, I won't use again. It was a nice experiment. I'm glad I did it. Now I know. Canary Wood, I like the colors I got on wool. They're just good, nice, autumn, rusty type colors. Definitely will be doing that again, especially on the fabric. I kind of would like to do a project where I'm using the wool fabric in it that I naturally dye. And so, yeah, I really like the colors that I got. So anyways, I hope you guys are joining me in this. If you need to know where to get the canary wood, and if you want to try the Yellowheart for yourself, I got both of them from Shepherd's Woodworking. And I will place a link on the fiberpusher.com website so that you can go there and buy some of the sawdust for yourself. So they're where I'm getting most of my sawdust from, and it's a kind of a joint project. Hey Benita, will this produce dye? Can I sell the sawdust? And it's like, so I'm testing that for them, but yet I'm getting my experiments too, and I'm having so much fun testing these different types of woods that I've never tested before. Now, I did read an article that said that some wood is alcohol soluble and some's water soluble. And the ones that are alcohol soluble, you really just can't use water by itself to get the color. You have to use an alcohol of some sort. I've been using Everclear and isopropyl alcohol. These experiments and the ones that are out in the garden right now, which is the third series, I think it's the third series, I won't be using the Everclear anymore. I'm just going to use the isopropyl alcohol. I tend to see that I get better color with the isopropyl alcohol in most cases. I think only one of them was the Everclear, a slightly better color, and I think that was with the cherry sawdust. But everything else, the better color seems to be the isopropyl alcohol. And let's face it, it's a lot cheaper. So I will be using isopropyl alcohol from now on, and I will be skipping the Everclear. Like I said, the Series 3 that's out there in the garden right now doing their sunning is going to be the last one that I'll be using the Everclear on. It's been a nice experiment. I'm glad I did it. I found out that the isopropyl alcohol works just as well, if not better. So, how's that? You guys have a fantastic day, and please let me know if you are joining me on some of these experiments, because I'd like to know how yours turn out. I'd like to see if you're having the same fun that I'm having. And yeah, so join me, have fun, and I'll talk to you later.